Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Tonight, space. But before we get into space and road trips, we are going to get into announcements. Other shows on the channel. Tabletop Bros tomorrow. Wait a minute. Maybe Tabletop Bros tomorrow.
Why, is something happening tomorrow?
I think tomorrow is Shy's wedding thing? Or is that Sunday?
Bridal shower, yes.
Yes, so tomorrow is that. So we may be down a calf because Zoe, but if it's maybe Zoe, I don't know.
I don't know if Zoe's going.
Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow from calf.
We'll
But
figure out something to do regarding.
possibly Tabletop Rose tomorrow. If not, come and watch me grind Fantasy Life.
Or that.
Then on Sunday, Stardew Sunday, cozy co-op, relaxing Stardew Valley. Will, Sarah, Emily, chill.
Yee.
Nice cozy,
Yeah, chill.
relaxing time. Where we're at the point now where we will complete everything. It's just a matter of time. So
Matter of getting there.
yeah, it's just a matter of doing the chores to basically get the money and to get the hearts and and for me to beat Junimo Kart.
Right. Yeah, sure. That too.
I must. Speaking of things I must do on Monday night, I must say that we have the Strength of Thousands AP. Golden ending. What plot points will Matt reveal to us this week? Join us and find out. Then, on Tuesday, the Sprout stream. Final Fantasy XIV, award-winning MMO. Now with Tonberries. Many, many Tonberries.
That is a threat.
And a lot of grinding.
But we don't need to grind on stream, or at all if we don't want to. We can do other fun things.
You're healing. I love that journey for you.
Oh, I'm just already almost done the grind already.
Right, he's already done
Damn
it.
it! Wow!
You played yourself, McKenna. Congrats.
I was being nice! You ruined it!
And this is why you don't be nice.
No, that is not good
Exactly,
advice.
exactly,
Be nice.
Chad.
Be nice.
Lesson learned. I'll never be nice to Will again.
Oh, no. We're starting with an interesting energy.
Yep.
Oh god, McKenna.
The secret is that this behavior makes him laugh, so in a roundabout way, I'm still being nice. That's the
Sarah's
full
not.
circle of friendship.
Playing Rash tonight. It is the circle of friendship. Then
Sarah could play Rash. They'd be good.
Sarah could play Rash. I feel like some barbarian time would be good for Sarah.
Probably.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy XIV, who knows what we'll do. We'll figure it out all together. Then on Wednesday, Wild Ambition.
Yeehaw.
Yee to the
Holy
hall.
shit! Last week, and it's there's more. We got more stuff to do. Whose room was Sybil in? Join us this week and maybe find out.
Join us this week on Dragon Ball Z. Sorry.
What's wrong, McKenna? Are you not happy to have Sybil back? Sybil's a great NPC. We love Sybil Cordelia.
She certainly contributes to the plot.
And to see more of Sybil, go check out the fanfic section on the...
You're gonna make me say slurs online.
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
do
I'm
it.
done.
I had to stop myself. The mic was grabbed, the words were in my mouth, and I had to
So
be like,
now,
"It's just
and
a
this
game.
is
It's just
my
a
character.
game."
This is my character flaw. I'm oddly curious.
I had to
No.
I had to make sure that I got the plot line done with Nim before Pride started so that McKenna wouldn't be upset.
As if she wouldn't be like right before Pride.
Wow, on Pride Month Eve.
Isn't
On
that
the month-
tomorrow?
On the month
It's
before the
listen,
month
it's
before
Pride. Listen, there's Christmas Day, which means Christmas Eve is one
Nope.
day. So there's Pride Month. That means that I'm being frankly generous in that I would say Pride Month Eve is the week before Pride Month.
I
It
mean,
could theoretically be the whole month by that logic. Like if Christmas Eve is not just 1 hour to Christmas is 24 hours. It's the whole day.
Yeah.
So
There's some
by that
interesting math
logic-
happening right here.
the math,
Correct.
Hashtag girl
according to
math.
my acting degree.
Then
Are we all
on Thursday
people?
we're off. Yes. On Thursday we're off. We don't stream on Thursdays. Then on Friday, the Astral Calling, the show you're watching right now. And why are you watching the show? Well, because I think we have an amazing cast, an amazing crew with us tonight. And as I introduce our crew this evening, I will begin with the person who most likes to playfully rib myself. We have McKenna playing Evie tonight.
Ribbed for your pleasure. Hi everyone, my name is McKenna.
On the eve of Pride.
Making choices.
As it should be.
Oh.
Let her cook.
I'm playing Evie, also known as Experiment 3, version 13. That's the one.
Yeah.
And is there a
Something like
fun
that.
funky
There's
question
a
for
fun
us
question for you. I have and this is just like a general question, McKenna. What is like a fun fact that you have in your back pocket for use? Like, what's your back pocket fun fact?
Toughie.
Like someone says, give me a fun fact. What's your back pocket fun fact?
Like just in general about the world?
Just in general, yeah. What's your back pocket fun fact? Like, tumbleweeds being invasive species, the origin of the jackalope, stuff like that.
Huh. Any
Just did
excuse to bring
psychic
the-
damage
up
to
the
Matt.
origin of any excuse to bring that up. I don't know that I have one.
Oh, fair enough.
I know a great deal of minutia, but I don't normally bring them up unless the conversation warrants it, which I know is a foreign concept to you. But
Wow.
Some people are just room blind.
I don't
You
fully deject.
Jeez.
Broke Chad.
It's just like such an unnecessary nuke that you're like, I'm just gonna drop this here.
It's kind of amazing.
This is McKenna and I's relationship in a nutshell, chat.
Let me just set this over here for you.
This is why we're still close friends.
Anything to
man.
distract from the fact that I don't have a fun fact for you, and I'm sorry.
That's fine. Speaking of fun facts, someone who knows a lot of fun facts, we got Matt.
I do enjoy
Playing
fun
Darius.
facts and trivia and minutia. Yes, I'm here to play Darius, I suppose you could say the male wife of the party.
You could say that.
Yeah,
One
you
could say that.
Yeah.
One could.
The Forge Cleric
Should one?
specifically. That's
No.
a better question.
That's
That's a
the
better
question.
question, Rose. And my fun fact, and I just like this,
Your back
is
pocket.
that a group of ravens is called an unkindness.
Mm.
Which I always like interesting animal group names, like a group of owls is called a parliament.
Rose the camera's returned. Nice.
It's, I don't know. I'm the Brennan Mulligan. I like the bird facts.
I'm sorry, Rose, but bird facts are cool. I like them.
Speaking of unkindness, someone who is not unkind in any way, we have Chad playing Vim.
To be honest, when you said that, it was one of those moments where some of your segues, I'm like, oh, that's definitely not me, and this was one of them. So I wasn't expecting it to be me.
Oh, it is you. You're playing Vim tonight.
Yes, I'm playing them.
Introduce.
They're like two little fun facts just pop into my head.
Mhm.
One is that the word for the fear of long words is hippopotamonstrosis cryptaliophobia.
I like that one.
I'm now immediately afraid of that word.
It's one of my
Um,
favorites, honestly.
The other is a video game related one, and
Mhm.
the fact that the enemies and Space Invaders speed up was purely a programming accident that they didn't know how it happened and just kept it because it made the game better. They just noticed that as the game was loading, since it had to load less enemies, it started moving faster.
Nice.
A happy little accident.
Speaking of things that make the game better, we got Rosalie playing Luna tonight.
Hi, everybody.
Certainly makes our
Putting
rolling
the
average better.
Pal and Paladin and the Hop in Hope.
There you go. And your fun fact, Rose? You got one in your back
Any
pocket?
kind of fun fact?
Yeah, your back pocket fun fact. I have a fun fact that I like to share with people. Going once.
My back pocket. I don't. My dress doesn't have pockets today.
That's fair. But someone who does often wear things with pockets, as they are quite fashionable. We have Sarah playing Captain Cypress.
Hello. I'm playing Captain Cypress. Oh, yeah, I was trying to think of something. All I can remember of a random fact was something that came up in like just a deep dive was apparently sometime during the 60s with the Cold War, the CIA was attempting so the CIA attempted to spy to get information about Russian intelligence in the Kremlin. And they wanted to do so by taking cats and turning them into acoustic cats, which were listening devices that looked like random street cats. It didn't work really well.
Yeah, I could see that.
Primarily because they went with, oh, let's make it fake, and then somebody said, well, let's just roboticize an actual cat.
Roboticize.
It didn't work.
And I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Rolls, GMing the game tonight, and I actually have a new back pocket fun fact. After a recent archaeological discovery in Egypt, they discovered a new tomb that has a bunch of new stuff in it. That's cool. And inside this tomb, they found a bunch of preserved nuts and chocolate. They have named it the Tomb of Pharaoh Rocher.
I knew
Not a fun
that this
fact.
was.
That's just
I
a
knew that
joke
this
or a
was
long
happening.
setup.
I knew it was coming. I could tell. And I didn't
Ooh.
like the road that I was being taken down.
I can make that one slightly better. They did actually find some human bones that had essentially around the time when we assumed most humans became the predator. They found a series of human bones that had 2 puncture wounds in the front and back of their heads. Turns out most of that entire tribe had that same situation, and they attributed it to the saber-toothed tiger. So, yeah, we think we're so high and mighty.
Yet we always get to
I,
beat
for
it
one,
by
never
cats.
have thought that.
All right, but with all those fun facts said, it's time for us to roll our ad break and then get into the intro.
Fun fact, I hate Ferrero Rocher.
That's fair. I was disassociating and I came up with that really fun pun and I just wanted to find a way to use it.
Yeah, that also is confused me just slightly.
Last time on the Astral Calling, our party's on a road trip.
Shall we listen to
Road trip.
all the great space show tunes?
What is a? Oh, that's next week's question. Is a space musical?
Phantom of the Space Opera.
Phantom of the Space Opera.
Starlight Express, you didn't even have to change it.
No,
No.
that'll be next
It's
week.
cats in space.
No, that'd be, you have to call it mouse.
Well, there are cats in this universe.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's been established.
But could you imagine a bunch of dancing mouse in like tights?
Jellicle mouse
Would they
on
wear the
track.
tight? This brings up the how do cats wear pants debate again.
They one leg at a time.
Yeah,
well, that would be
but
how they put them on, but
Disturbingly, uncomfortably.
the mouths wear
Have you seen
tights
the Cats
specifically
movie?
that dress them up as cats.
I did.
Mouse dressed as
Hi.
cat.
this is getting really out
Really
of
wanted
paw.
to see it.
This whole conversation is getting really out of paw. So
The Cats movie does not exist.
Rose
I
and
don't know what
McKenna.
you're talking about.
Does Billy
It
enjoy
does.
Uncanny Valley?
It does
Uh,
not.
Is that just like
actually.
a thing he gets a thrill out of?
I
'Cause that could
refuse
make
to
a lot of
acknowledge.
sense.
We acknowledge
In
that.
what? His
Sarah.
taste in me?
No, it would make a lot of sense that he would want to watch that movie if he just had a thing for Uncanny Valley.
I have a perfectly good
I'm choosing to take that as an
version
insult.
Yeah. Sarah?
of the
I can't
Cats
control how you choose
musical
to take things.
put on by the London.
Adds it to the list of
Society.
coworkers. Adds it to the list of coworkers who run off after chat says something this week.
Yeah, let's not.
All
I
right,
don't know for sure. Just
Adventure.
suspicious timing.
but
Space.
road trip. A couple of funny things happened. Well, not funny. A couple of interesting things happened last time. Number one, Luna drove for a while. That was exciting.
Why did
Well,
Why
Evie
did you
had to
let her
rest.
drive?
Evie had to
She did
sleep.
a great job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing bad happened.
And Rash and Vim both thought the other one was taking the first shift in
She
taking
drove
watch.
unsupervised, really.
Yeah.
Outside
Fully,
of Tolatio.
fully
We saved-
unsupervised. Had a conversation with Tolatio. It was great. During that dream sequence, Darius had a meeting with Sildana in their dreams.
That seems.
It was fraught.
It was.
Yeah. I was just thinking that, honestly.
In addition to that meeting with Sildana, Darius does have his back end hanging out of the vehicle. And
Tail
also
As one
flapping in
does.
the wind.
a couple of other things. The conversation between Brain. Oh, our party came across a car wreck on the side of the road. An accident happened. They brought a peaceful end to it. Got a little information. Possibly made some friends. And I think that's pretty much everything that you all did last week.
Nice.
We pick up in media res with Luna basically having shifted over so that Evie can drive again. And the sun is rising. The birds are singing. Everyone has gotten a long rest. Rash is still fully asleep.
Yeah.
They're just curled up in the corner.
Oh.
Just like resting up and relaxing. With like a little goblin mask on.
Oh, like a little eye mask.
Yeah, like the granny face masks.
Gotta get that beauty sleep.
Yeah.
Get that facial all settled in.
Oh yeah, no, she has like a full on like glam like night like everything's like fully set up. Like her hair's in
Like,
curls.
That might be me tonight after stream, Yellow. I need it.
Do it. But yeah, so we're picking up the next day. If all things go well, you should be getting to the vicinity of the Wicker Grove early tomorrow morning.
Did we get a full night's rest?
You did get a full night's rest.
Okay.
As you were traveling at the morning today, a couple of interesting sights along the side of the road. You can see a number of basically campsites where people have camped for the night. Now people are starting to get onto the road again. No one's really heading north towards Oblik anymore. Most people are heading back down south. You know that there is another city way down to the south. But for Dolly, not where you're going, but is there. There's also Travali, which is in sort of a gully.
Golly.
Yes.
Got it.
But currently we are picking up with the party, basically everyone being awake. And I leave it up to Darius and Vim if y'all want to mention what happened in the dream.
I'm probably taking Darius' lead on that.
I think Darius would be honest, because while it is kind of personal and he's perhaps a little Darius got emotional in the conversation, and he likes to think of himself as a collected person, and revealing that he wasn't as collected is a bit uncomfortable for him, but he also thinks that sharing information amongst the group would be the best thing to do, with the aim of making sure everyone can make the right decisions when they need to, because they have all the information they might need, and that might help keep Nito or other people safe. So Darius, maybe a little more subdued than you've ever seen him, kind of fills in everyone what happened, and almost stops himself a couple times to apologize for being too animated, perhaps when discussing what he said.
Oh, no needs. You don't need to apologize for anything.
Ears droop a little.
Yo,
I hold out a little bottle of liquor. Want some?
Oh, I shouldn't. It's before noon.
So?
we have roughly, how long do we have left on this road trip?
Probably another day. Basically,
I'm
like
just gonna take this time to sleep then, because
Yeah.
she's not yet.
I figured you would be, Luna. You immediately can pass out pretty easily.
If anyone needs it, Darius can do like a consistent sort of like gentle purr rumble, and because he's got a long body, people can just lean against him like a weird couch, and it just kind of faintly vibrates and rumbles like a purring almost.
Meow lounge.
Bless them.
I'd like to fall asleep again, something like that.
Well, Darius, we still have another day of travel, so if you would like to partake, you have truly nowhere else to be but the back of this car.
I appreciate the gesture, Captain Cypress, but I think I'm going to spend my time trying to come up with as many kind of plans and backup plans as I can to both do everything I can do to help the group and maybe also save my wife. I'm okay. Is that a gray hair?
Nah, you're more silver than gray. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's. I mean, I heard somewhere that there's actually no such thing as gray hair, and it's just white hair mixed with normal hair.
Correct.
Hmm,
It's a distinguished look.
hmm. I'm still in the prime of my life, though, apparently, I'm told.
As you continue to drive,
Darius tinkers with things.
Luna,
That is me.
you're having a lovely dream.
Great.
What's
Let's
a
keep
lovely
it that
what's a
way.
lovely dream like for Luna?
I think she's like, I don't know, having some kind of delicious picnic with Evie in a cute little meadow. Lots of like flowers and bunnies and sweets and treats and just a lovely time with with her with her special somebody.
Aw, it's a lovely picnic scene.
And it
Evie's
stays
there,
that way.
you're there, you're having a lovely little picnic. There's a whole bunch of like carrot themed desserts,
hmm
a bunch of carrot cakes. And then
hmm
Luna, can you make me a perception check?
hmm
Rose, why do you sound angry about
Because
this?
you're gonna make it go south.
Luna, as you're sitting at this picnic site, just for like the briefest moment, you swear you hear your name being called. But as you're kind of like looking around, you're not seeing like the voice. Um, Dream Evie, kind of notices, probably tries to bring you back to the conversation, whatever you were having a conversation about. Um, but like as you continue, you keep getting distracted. Like you keep trying to find is that voice. It sounded. It was like Luna, Luna, and you hear it from time to time, and you just can't quite put your finger where it's at. Dream Evie continues to talk about the things that Dream Evie talks about. What does Dream Evie talk about, Luna?
I like to imagine that Luna is listening to her give like a scientific explanation, but it's all dream logic, where it's about like, I don't know, just the most absurd, nonsensical like logic chain. But because it's a dream, it all makes like perfect sense.
And that is why this unicorn creature is in fact actually an eldritch being locked away.
Oh,
Da, da, da. And just the conversation continues on. More desserts appear in front of you, and then there is another cracking behind you. You see here one of the trees basically like the limbs fall off, and
oh,
what do you do?
uh, I will go check it out. You don't worry, okay?
As you go to check it out, the scene changes. You go, you see like the broken tree limb. It is just fallen down. Nothing's hurt. Um, you see some lovely, not birds, but floating rabbits pick up the tree branch and just glue it back onto the tree for you. And there are no birds in the dream world.
Yes, this is correct.
But then you turn and Evie is not at the
Only little
picnic
cherub
site.
bunnies. Evie?
There is
Evie, where are you?
someone else there though. A humanoid figure with
hmm
glowing blonde hair, ringlets, almost half there, like almost like a puzzle that's been left a little incomplete.
Is it Shalathorn?
Luna, before you sitting at a picnic site in Evie's place is Charlothon. Just with no eyes. Where eyes are, it's just a void. Every other part of her body is put together. No eyes.
Sh Charlathon?
Luna, Luna, can you hear me?
How are you here?
They're almost done. Sildana's almost completed her plan. You must stop her before she goes too far.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Um, but I don't know how. I've asked her, and I've tried to tell her, and she doesn't listen.
You need to
I
get
don't.
through to her, Evie. Luna, brain dead, head empty. You need to get through to her, Luna. It is the only way. I can come back. There is another way.
How?
And as she
If
says
I know,
that,
I could just tell her, and we could.
and there's Dream Evie back with dessert.
Thanks, Evie. I think I've lost my appetite.
And as Luna, Loperette stews in that, we are going to jump back to the party. See, I didn't take Evie away. Driving down the street, this massive freeway. Evie, things have picked up a little bit. There's a little bit more traffic now that things are going on. And most importantly, to the point where now Darius is probably a little bit uncomfortable because there has been sort of like airships going over the road that you've kind of like pulled Darius into the trunk and like closed the window, so he's a little bit squished. But this way you're not like fully like cat
Ass
having
out the back of the car.
having a Mao ass out the back of your car while these airships are flying over top of y'all.
Yeah.
Tolatio. It takes a moment as you're driving, and we'll just say, Evie.
Yes.
How long have you all been at this by
Oh,
now?
gosh. That's a good question, Will. How long has this been in game?
So in game, since
2 days.
since the initial incident of the first sort of ship being kidnapped,
Yeah.
it has been about, at this point, 9 months.
Yeah. I was thinking like probably just under a year, so
Yeah.
that sounds about right to me.
About 9 months.
But yeah, Evie will tell him. It's been about 9 months. It's unfortunate that things could change this much in such a short amount of time, relatively speaking.
Yes, all things considered, that's very fast. Luna starts to toss and turn a little bit at that point.
Evie, you see her hesitate. She does the thing where she's like, ah, before she just sort of puts one little pseudopod on Luna's hand, and the other firmly planted on the steering wheel.
Cue Darius saying 10 and 2, 10 and 2.
It's actually better if you do 4 and 7 or 8. It's better if you hold it down here so that the airbag, when it goes off, or if it goes off, if it's here, you will get burned here and here. If it's here, yeah, that is they've started teaching people differently when they teach you to drive for the first time. That's like
Also, it's
important
better for your
driver
shoulders
update.
so you don't hunch.
It is. But yeah, my mom had a coworker growing up. This is a fun safety PSA who was driving 2 and 10 and the airbag went off and she still has like scars here because it's just like immediate brutal road burn.
Another reason I take public transit.
Well, there are other dangers with that.
I also
but that's
don't own a
different
car,
PSA.
so I don't have a choice.
After a few moments of silence, Tolatio speaks up again. It's been about 2.5 years for myself, Evie.
Were captured by the Calistigians?
Since I lost you originally.
Oh. Sorry.
And he looks like directly at Vim. this moment, kind of like looks back at Vim before continuing. It is something that I feel I should at least share with you. Put all cards on the table, so to speak.
Sure. I feel like I don't want to come off as pedantic, but I think it is an important distinction that it has not been 2 years since you have lost me. It has been 2 years since you have lost your Evie. I do. It is important to me that we establish a distinction that we are two different versions of one another, because I do not want to fail to live up to your expectations. If I am to your Evie what my Tolatio is to you, we are likely very, very different creatures.
No, my Eevee was lost because of my own failings more than anything else.
That is not what I am talking about. I am just saying that we are fundamentally, likely, very, very different.
I mean, that's to be expected, isn't it?
Yes.
From what I've been told myself, my origin in this universe, he's quite the bastard, I believe is what Vim and Rash were saying yesterday.
I do not know the technical status of his parentage, but if you are speaking colloquially, then yes. I think that that is not an inaccurate assessment.
I lost my Eevee because I did not listen to her.
Ah. What was she saying?
I was attempting to make a great stride on the Origin project. Looking towards kind of Luna as he says this. But as such, I attempted an experiment a little bit too early before I had all the variables worked out, and things failed. And in order to protect me, my Eevee lost her life.
What was the next step that you were working on?
Splitting a singular soul into many little parts.
Oh. Why?
In order to allow easy transfer between universes, between planes. Imagine a guardian who could never pass, who would always live. That was the goal. Clearly, someone succeeded at that goal.
That is the trouble with the Origin project, is that we do not know which one of you was the successful one or will be the successful one, depending on which of the multiverse it came from.
And that is the challenge. I apologize for bringing that up, but I have had that on my chest for a number of days now, and I just wanted to put all cards on the table. And
no, it is
understandably, if you do not wish for me to join you all going forward, I'm more than happy to find my own way.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes, Vim.
Are we not voting? Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Rash also raised his hand in sleep.
Well, I think it's probably fine until proven otherwise.
How are you doing, Cypress? It's not often we get to meet another version of ourselves. And
I'm just a little bummed I was such a wet blanket. You know? I was kind of hoping it would be maybe something cool. I mean, probably evil. I wouldn't put it past that. But like actually good evil. Instead it was just not as charismatic as I think it should have been, for sure. Plus, not as good looking. Definitely.
Hmm. I mean, she fused herself to a dragon, so I can't exactly accuse them of being boring.
A rotting dragon. So
Certainly created a spectacle.
I mean, if you haven't fused with a dragon once or twice in your life, are you really living?
Well, technically, yes.
I think maybe preferably not one that's like kind of rotting in the moment.
I think maybe most of the people in this vehicle have not fused with the dragon at any point in their lives. Presumably you as well, Captain, seeing as you are a singular person and not a person dragon fusion.
Cypress just looks at you very slowly and goes, depends on your definition of fuse.
Oh, I can answer that. And Evie launches into like an extremely technical definition of the word fuse.
Left
And
that
that is
door
in the
wide
context of
open.
nuclear fusion. Blah, 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 blah. Like it's
I
just
think-
like
I feel like Cypress looks over to Rash and Rash is like sitting there going,
I feel like that is what stirs Luna awake at this point. Evie launching into a science explanation.
Yes, a flux capacitor
Sugarcoat.
would make great whipped cream. You're right. What?
wanna run that one by us
I'll
again?
work on that one. And Evie pats your hand, realizes she is holding your hand, and kind of goes like back to the steering wheel. We should think about food. I don't think any of us have rations left over from the ship at this point.
I saw charlatan.
Oh. Evie swerves inadvertently.
As you like swerve, Evie, your eye catches. There's an exit for like a gas station.
Would
Maybe
you
we
like to
should.
talk about this over a strawberry Slurpee? Evie,
You know,
Evie.
I try not to be on like.
I thought you said there wasn't any gas in this universe.
There wasn't, but there's
It's
like
not
rest
gas.
stops.
a fuel station.
It's a
Fuel
fuel
station.
station.
There is like still like rest stops and things. It is the equivalent of a gas station. I apologize.
Okay.
That is me
I just
misspeaking.
wanted to know whether or not I didn't want to drive up there and have you be like, "You fool! I said there weren't such things."
No,
as
no,
gas
it's
It is a
the-
trap, and now you're dead.
The more equivalent of it is like a truck stop,
a rest stop.
a rest stop. Yeah.
Okay. I'll trust it for now. Go into the
Um,
rest stop.
It has, as you come into it, there is like a smiling frog.
That's not helping the trap allegations.
Any gold bits? I think I
The
just
frog
have
fuels.
credits.
Don't you know frog fuel?
No.
It's
It's a chain. It's a chain.
It is now.
But yeah, inside you can find a parking spot pretty easily. They have a couple of options. They do have like a 2-window delivery, like sort of a drive-in service, a la Sonic.
Oh well. Wonder if it's
I
as
wasn't. I
good
loved
as.
Sonic.
I also, yeah.
I
That was
also,
our like post band competition like spot.
Sonic always seemed very magical to me because the only one I lived by was so close or was so far away.
I literally
Um,
drove like 2 hours north to go to a Sonic one time because I just wanted it.
whenever we go to Disneyland LA post like long park day, usually ended in a meal at Sonic.
Yeah.
So it's just fond childhood memories. Yes, Matthew.
I just thought of something. while we've been traveling and everyone's been having their conversations and Darius has just been keeping to himself, could we say retroactively that I've been attempting to fortify our vehicle a little
Yeah, that's
with
fine
any
with
sort
me.
of like scrap and stuff? Or
Yeah.
all right, this is structurally unimportant. Crank, armor plating.
And Darius has just been disaster prepping the Jeep.
Yeah. Now we'll get partial cover just from being in the Jeep.
Oh yeah, food and things can be readily accessible and easy. They take credits here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Oh,
sort of like
yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like it's a standard. It appears to be a standardized currency across most universes.
How very cosmopolitan of this rest stop.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
They're quite
What will
cosmopolitan.
Rose's camera is off, and it doesn't even matter because I know exactly what her face looks like right now.
I kind of take offense to that one. You're using my name in a pun vein. I don't.
One
Copyright
day,
infringement.
one day I will
Fuck it.
find a way to use everyone's names as puns.
Okay, how much is 2 large strawberry Slurpees?
So those large strawberry Slurpees will cost you 3 credits each.
Oof.
Yeah, that's about right.
Uh,
Equivalent of like $3.
yeah,
I got a decent amount.
I remember when they were 99 cents
No,
back in the olden days of
the 90s.
2016.
Oof. Oof.
How
Oof.
times have changed. What other like?
But in addition to that, it's like a very large spread. They have like a whole like set of snack aisles. They have what appears to be like a whole barbecue pit and like bakery. Like it's incredibly well stocked food wise. And there's like a lot of people who are coming in and getting food. They have a wall of exotic jerkies.
I know where we are.
It's great.
Exotic jerkies.
I know
Ooh,
exactly
I
where
like-
we are on the stretch of land between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. I
Wait,
know exactly where we are.
are there old rudimentary spaceships hanging out of this?
Yes.
Delightful. I
It
know
looks like-
exactly where we
It
are.
looks like a kid's. It
Authentic
looks like
jerky. Here we
it
go.
looks like a kid's next door base.
FYI, for anybody who's curious, that stop is my usual stop all the time. They have
That's
a lot
fair.
of stuff you can get.
Mhm.
It's like a tiny little grocery store. It's really nice. They got a lot of options.
Yeah,
And their
they
gas isn't too
they have garlic bread knots. And
Yum.
just like a whole
I'm gonna take.
whole bunch of food options for y'all to get. If you can think of something, you can probably get it here. They even have alcoholic beverages.
Well, that's where I'm going.
You're
Jerky and
driving.
alcohol.
Even
I can
I
drive.
immediately
Poor
saw
Lord
Evie.
Lady.
No. I saw Evie light up, and I'm like, Evie, you cannot have a drinky drink.
Evie looks forlornly at the colorful neon cans of Four Loko on the wall, the original recipe, sighs, and finds a more.
It's actually called
appropriate
Frog
option.
Loco.
I think
this
we might need to
version.
have a conversation with Evie.
Listen, if Evie had a problem, she wouldn't be able to walk away. She doesn't have a problem. She can stop anytime she wants, like now, which she is. Evie instead goes for the tried and true, like one meal option, one
Mhm.
salty option, and one sweet option.
And for Luna's benefit, while you're looking at the ice cream, because I have a feeling that would be something Luna would do, they have a special bit of ice cream here. They have carrots that look like carrots, but are massive like ice cream things.
Oh, not made of fondant or something?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
no, I know what
good.
you mean. Like they're molded, like those corn ice creams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the ice cream that looks like fried chicken, except it's carrots. Cookies and carrots is what it's called.
I could see that being good. I have to get chocolate chip out of my head and be like, it's like a spiced cookie.
Like a
Mhm.
carrot cake kind of situation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yum. I fuck with that.
I also would fuck with that.
Listen, if there's
That
one thing
sounds
I
like a
do well
juice.
in world building, it's fantasy fucking
It is
food.
food.
Yeah, I'm a glutton. But
I think Evie grabs nerd clusters and popcorns,
Yes.
and maybe like a hefty plate of nachos with borderline plastic cheese.
which you could digest as a plasmoid.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. It doesn't matter to her
Vim,
what
do
the
you-
cheese is
This-
made out of.
This has all your essential daily
You gotta
microplastics.
love like hot, mysterious hot nacho cheese.
Sugar,
Oh.
salt, and plastic. That's-
it is
the plasmoid daily vitamin.
the daily vitamins,
Oh,
plasmoids.
The microplastics are great.
They help me keep my form.
Exactly.
Vim, are you grabbing any gas station supplies?
He probably just grab random stuff, but like
Roll me a
his
D100, Vim. Do you
he-
want to just grab
oh,
random?
jeez.
I'm down.
Vim strikes me as a jerky boy.
Cool. All right.
I kind of, I kind of feel
Ooh.
like Vim insert for this would be a thing I do, but to the extreme of like if I see something kind of random and weird, but doesn't sound disgusting, I'm like, well, I have to get it. It's weird shit.
It is. They have what they call grub rolls. Not like grubs, like grubs,
cannibalism.
but like just basically like rolls of
shape.
food. So it's like some sort of like poultry animal that has been wrapped in rice and other grain, along with a number of other like vegetable toppings and things. It's basically like
But
a fried chicken sushi.
It when you just said it as Gribbles, it just made me immediately think of like the one thing I'm kind of, or one of the only very few things I'm kind of nostalgic for of my visits to family in West Virginia as a kid is like it's a very local thing to West Virginia that you don't really see anywhere else, but they sell it everywhere, and they're almost like homemade, even, or they used to be even like homemade in gas stations, and it's just pepperoni rolls, and it's like it's just bread with pepperoni baked into them, and it's really fucked up why it exists because it is a really like, hey, you can take this into the mines and it doesn't need refrigerated.
The mines.
Mines.
I yearn
But-
for the mines.
I yearn for the mines.
Yearn.
And
But
the
it was
mine-related
the thing
snacks.
that immediately came to mind when you said that.
They
Well,
have
you
those
can get
too,
that
if you
and
want
some
'em.
chicken jerky.
1,000 years dungeon,
I'm
Rose.
terrible. Gone. Okay,
1,000
bye.
years dungeon.
But while just grabbing random stuff and like half looking, because Luna had like brought it up, she's been like, okay, I've been trying to be like pretty hands off with this and everything. Do I need to start like dream patrolling you people?
What?
Like not necessarily jumping into everyone, but like kind of checking out like is everything like cool here, or do I need to like bust in?
My dream was positive. I mean, it's
You seem kind of
heavy.
shaken.
Well, it's heavy because she's not supposed to exist, but she came and she visited me and she told me that I have to stop Sildana and that there's another way to save her, but I didn't learn what it was. And now I have this on my shoulders,
Okay.
but it's not like it was Sildana taunting me or any like this
Uh-huh.
was Charlotte. She's basically like a mom to me, but you know, the mom that died and caused the
Right.
other mom to go on a universe destroying quest.
Right. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
It is not an accusation, and whatever answer you say, I'm going to take and run with that.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure this was a there in your dream, or this was a hopeful dream that just manifests naturally, trying to give you hope?
I think it was her because she wasn't able to fully manifest. Like her eyes weren't there. Like she was. I just get the sense that she used everything she could
Okay.
to visit me and give me that message before disappearing, because that wasn't the whole dream. There was also a picnic with Evie where she was explaining. Actually, now that I think about it, that part doesn't make very much. Anyway, Evie and I were having a picnic, but then this happened.
So, okay, I'm gonna operate as that's that it is what it is. It needed to be out there to just have a thought, and then it's fine to decide against that as a possibility. The other thing, bringing that up, I'm just really curious how we're feeling about I understand there are ties there, but kind of unexisting millions of people. Are we sure there's a
Oh,
save
that is.
route here?
It seems like there's another option here. There's I don't know how specifically, but I have hope.
A way to recover them?
Maybe.
That feels it
I
feels
mean,
too good to be
Sildana
true.
would know,
Um,
but I have to get to her, and
the
I have to
pro
get through to her.
the there's another thing that has to be in our minds. Say
Are
you
the prices
can.
here too high? Yeah, I do think they are
I
charging a
mean,
bit much.
most likely they're the only ones for a lot of miles. They probably are doing that. Uh, but even if it was as simple as flipping a lever and bringing everybody else back, that's not the same thing as there being a path back for her.
For Sildana or Sharbadan?
Sildana. I mean, choices
No,
are made and
she's
actions are taken. And I don't think that being able to magically bring everybody back changes that.
no. But if we get to the point where she's willing to help, I think she would also agree with that.
I hope you're right. But
I wish you could have met her before.
I don't think we have the cheat codes for that, but if I find a time god, I'll work on it.
You would have liked her. She was an expert on magical items. She had so much curiosity and knowledge and love and
Well, that version of her sounds like somebody that Mother Myrtle would have liked.
Darius.
That's me.
You find yourself in front of a cooler with a variety of milks and creams.
But Will, I know for a fact that you shouldn't feed cats milk or cream.
This is a
So
fantasy world.
I know for a
I
fact that you're a Mao and not a cat.
thank
I
you, Matt.
I am just going to be probably drinking water from my pack, but I'm going to get a few things in the store. You know, just some
That's fair.
road trip essentials, some chips, maybe a granola bar or two, mercury, phosphorus, and powdered diamond and opal with a total value of at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Unfortunately, they
know.
don't have that at the gas
Damn it.
station, I'm afraid.
No. See, that's where we raid the
It was a
sketchy
good
pills
try.
because
It
they
was a
probably
good
are
try.
in that.
I
That's
feel
how we
like
raid the
Cypress
sketchy
just
No,
pills.
unfortunately, there is
walks
just
past
a.
Darius and goes, "God damn, maple sugar jerky." It just keeps moving.
Where
I
there
have
is normally sketchy pills, there is a Swin's
Oh
elixirs.
no.
Oh, they're not
Not
nearly gonna
Swin!
be. They're not gonna be nearly sketchy enough.
no, I was looking for spell
It's
components.
you've got the testosterone enhancers and the enhancers as well. Don't forget those. Gotta have
Hmm.
those in the
No,
front.
those probably would be there. You just lie about what they were.
Yeah. He
They're
has a new one.
energy.
He has a
givers.
new tonic called the Vim Vigor tonic.
All right, okay, so this fool just fully going into
Copyrighted?
going into stealing lightnesses. Okay, well,
I'm actually gonna go
we'll have to deal with
keep
that.
guard the car.
Yeah, that's fair.
I worry. It's our only way out of this. Like, I don't want to try hitchhiking. Please no.
As you head back towards the car, Darius, make me a
It's gone.
perception check.
Oh no! Why was I even in the store?
Let's go get food.
Perception. People could have gotten it for me.
Darius,
Thank
you
Oh,
you
Lord.
fully you open the door, you get in the car,
And then
You
realize
sit
it's not there,
down,
you Looney
you
Tunes your way down to the
relax.
ground.
you like say, "Oh, good, I have a moment to myself," and then you hear a chittering sound.
I'm not there.
All right. First of all, am I in the right car?
You are in the right car.
Okay.
But sitting in the front seat, like under like the passenger like wheel well, like where your feet go, there appears to be some sort of crustaceanal spider like person
Why?
who appears to be trying to hotwire the car currently. They're like,
Snow crab?
We're trying to boost our ride.
Are they? Are they?
Oh, look! Seafood.
Are they wearing any clothes, by the way?
Yeah, so they have like
All right.
each of like the crab legs has like a little like pantaloon on it. It's all patched together.
All right. Give me a quick second here.
And they're like,
Hmm.
God damn it, I can't get this thing to fucking work. Come on. They hotwired this. Why isn't
Hold
this working?
person.
Yeah! Fuck!
Oh, he just fails.
Yeah, no, he just failed. He is a CR0 creature.
It's still nat
just
20.
he's just a guy.
I
Yeah,
give the.
We will see if he nat 20s. Let's see if he nat 20s. If he nat 20s, it fine. I'll bet
He
you
might-
off.
He might be the hero of his own story.
He got a 4.
protagonist. Okay. I'm also then going to, as he's still under there, just rap the horn 3 times, like honk honk honk, just to let everyone else know.
Yeah, everyone else, you hear the horn from inside.
yeah,
and it's like,
I'm immediately
hey,
like,
Luna
no,
will zip out. And...
can you let me get the fuck out of here, bud?
I
Appreciate
believe
it.
I will leave that to the group.
Oh, there's more of you. Shiza.
Yeah, because this looks like a one-person vehicle. Come on.
Well, I mean, like, people drive in excess. I'm just, listen, I just need a car.
I'm slightly insulted by the insinuation, but you couldn't have known, so...
I literally just need, it's at that point that you all get back, and you see this, now, like, bottom half crab, top half goblin. But instead of, like, the
Unpleasant.
goblin face, it has, like, a little pug nose.
Like a little bat.
Yeah, like a little bat crab.
Hold on, are we talking... So it's like a goblin crab centaur?
It's like a goblin bat crab centaur, yeah.
That's an
That's too
abomination
many
to
things.
nature.
Too many things.
What is this, Avatar? With its turtle ducks?
They stuck to 2.
But I can
most of
picture a
them.
crab centaur because of Treasure Planet.
Yeah, okay.
So if we take
That, and
that,
then just
that
make his...
Scroop,
And
Scroop
yeah,
is
make
his
Scroop-
name.
Make Scroop,
So take Scroop.
squish their nose and make them a little bit more batty. And then you got this creature. Except,
I can
like,
actually picture it, and I hate this.
make them like Blaha size.
Blood. The IKEA stuffed
The
shark.
idea of such like this big.
Well, who's
Ah.
who? Hello.
Hello, I appear to be paralyzed.
Yeah. Well, we can see that.
Yeah.
Why were you in our car in the first place?
Truthfully, I was trying to steal it.
Why?
I need a car.
Why?
I need a car.
Oh,
You didn't think
where
we
do you
needed a
need
car?
to go?
No, I mean, okay, listen. I'm one to put my needs ahead of other people. I know that's a
doesn't seem
problematic thing.
Where do you need to go?
I need to get down south towards the Wicker Grove. I got some friends who
we are
got
also
there.
going to the Vicar Grove because we
No,
have
no,
friends.
no.
who are
I'm gonna
caught
stop you
there.
right there. There is not enough room in this car.
Well, it's very small.
I mean, I could if y'all are heading down there, like, I'm down
We
to
are heading
join.
down there.
Unless
we know
you
that he's not
plan
here
to
to sell
tie
us?
that thing to the back of the car.
You don't need to tie me to anything. I stick to roofs.
It's gonna mess with our
Would you like to be
fuel
a hood
mileage.
ornament?
Why
That's
in
gonna
the
be bad for the
world would we
fuel
want you along
mileage.
anyway? Why would we
I
help you?
am
You
a
just tried
very
to rob us.
I am a very accomplished thief. All
Not today?
all current meeting withstanding.
I, I go up while he is paralyzed and go, accomplished thief, my ass, and I start like rifling through his pocket,
Hey,
all
no,
of his little
not-
pantaloons.
Yeah, you're
Pulling
going
out
through his
things.
pantaloons. You pull out. Roll me a D100, Sarah. Let's see what you randomly pull out. Because he has pantaloons, pockets,
60.
a 60. All right, so you pull out a small blue crystal. And as you hold the small blue crystal in your hand, it just starts to spout water.
Delightful. What?
Oh,
That's
look, it
it,
just so
ever-
happened that I needed one of those.
I can't do any. I'm currently held personed. I assume I cannot do anything.
Darius.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm robbing you.
Yeah.
And I just reach over and put it in Vim's hands.
No. Hey, wait.
I'm no like.
I
Here's
think-
the thing. Fair is fair in this case. I'll admit, like I was fully trying to steal this car. Fair is fair in this case. I will give you that.
But it was for a good cause.
Game
I also-
game
Was it?
recognizes
Help
game.
people
Can we
He was trying to
hold
help
on?
people he cares about.
We
Just
don't
like we
know.
are.
We don't know.
We didn't pay
that
for this
his
car.
Friends on the Wicker Grove are good people or bad people. He just said he had friends at the Wicker Grove.
I mean, it
But
depends on
not
how you
good.
like view
Palestinian.
criminals, I suppose.
A lot of our friends are criminals.
There you go. It sounds like good people.
We just broke people out of prison.
What?
Ah,
Yes,
hell yeah.
but it was
Fight
it
the
was,
power.
It was a
You
bad
shut up.
prison.
Cypress
Don't
looks over at Darius and goes, No. I know my reputation.
Don't
Oh,
I
don't.
smart
I
shot.
wasn't gonna say it was like Cypress is a criminal.
Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I am a
saying-
pirate, sir. How do you think I got that title?
We had bounties. Helio was our friend, who is like the head
I
of
am
like a underworld society.
Clarifying,
Like,
I think it's possible I don't understand what the word pirate meant.
Hmm. You're also about 10 gold short, or 10 credits short, by the way. Just letting you know.
I'm not saying.
but I
I'm
don't think we
above
paid for this car. Why do we like have any more right to it than this
because
buddy?
we have it and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, we stole it from the Calistigians, who are bad, terrible people.
I mean,
We
possession.
How
stole
do you
it
feel
from
about the
us.
Calistigian
I mean,
order?
possession is 9/10 of the law.
How do you
Hold
feel?
on, I can
I
finish
don't think
this
that means what you
right
think
here.
it does.
But
I
if
can
it
finish
does,
this right
that's
here. I
that's on our
crouch
side.
down again and look at him, and I go, "What's in it for us?"
You know what? You all seem like very good people who the prospect of helping someone in need would be enough.
Nope. Try again.
Yes. Oh,
Like
Her, maybe.
you
no.
know, I had to
But you
try.
didn't catch just her.
I was kind of hoping that she was some sort of ifdo de facto head of this group. But fair enough.
No, because she is the individual that she is. I am now offering you this ride. However, there are stipulations being what's in it for us.
Well,
I would just leave you here, but she,
Yeah,
you know.
that's. I thought.
I
that's
mean,
what we
I
were
would get
doing.
out of here if I could, but I'm currently held personed.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
would you be willing to help us rescue our friend?
Yeah, I'm going down there to rescue folks anyway. We got stuff to do. I
Okay.
got
Which side are you rescuing? You still have not said, and
The
everyone else is
friends.
glossing over that.
Oh no, I keep asking what are your thoughts on the Calistigian order, but
I mean, like
didn't
they're
hear.
they rule the planet. I mean, like
And are you cool with that, or would you be better off?
I
with-
mean,
would
I
you
am a
think
private
it was
citizen, who
Oh God.
Mm,
Yeah. No.
no, I'm against.
No.
I
I'd
am.
just like to point out again that while someone has hold person on them, attacks are criticals.
Yeah, I didn't like the
just
tone with which he said private
I
citizen.
mean, I'm just a guy who's trying to make ends meet. You know?
You're one of those that thinks not picking a side between decent, run of the day, run of the mill, everyday people and abject evil makes you also a decent person.
I
You
mean,
also
are not.
oh, I'm not a decent
Look.
person. I'm just a person.
I do have one question.
well, you
Would you
weren't kind
say-
of, but
Would you say, if
Yeah.
you had been successful in stealing this car,
Yeah.
would you say that you were driving down towards the Wicker Grove or traveling down towards the Wicker Grove?
I was drinking water, Chad. You can't make such a top tier joke as that while I'm drinking water.
I mean, I have special pedals to like reach down to the pedals. I can drive one of these things.
Okay.
It's driving.
Okay. So it's not quite as bad as I thought it might be.
What do you mean?
There's hope yet.
Yeah, I'm driving, of course.
Okay.
Is it? Are you? Will, I'm gonna just take this back. Will, do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is I
It's a,
That
it,
went way over my head.
it was the sovereign citizen test. I'm not
I-
driving, I'm traveling.
Sure.
yeah.
I'm just gonna point out too that by this point, hold person has probably
Yeah,
expired.
and he's like, he has this thing where he's just staying still. Listen, this guy knows, he sees you all. He's like, I'm fucking dead if I move.
I'm
I
very deliberately resting my hammer on their shoulder.
Oh man.
oh, let me try
Rash
this
makes
now.
a comment about how he's probably delicious.
I mean, yes, I mentioned that he looks like seafood.
Rash, I thought
but
those days were over.
meh, it could be.
They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not.
It's like she's in the room with us.
I am going to. I'm still crouched down in front of him, obviously, and I'm just kind of.
He's righted himself up now, so he's not just like
Uh-huh.
fully like lying on the ground like a
Right.
possum.
But
And he's
I'm
just like, flower?
I feel like
Oh,
we're wasting
Thank you.
our time.
Don't. You don't know what.
It's a flower.
No, let me try this. Look, I'm gonna actually use some skills because I do have these skills for some godforsaken reason. I might as well use them. Here's the thing. We're not, well, most of us, not all of us, are entirely disinclined to help people in certain situations. Vim, quiet.
I just thought you were gonna pause at "we're not well."
I mean, yes, but my point is, you can understand where we are coming from, given the situation where we would be happy to assist if more knowledge were forthcoming as to.
I'm happy to tell you what you want to know. But here's the thing. There's a certain amount of how do I say this? What's confidentiality involved in my line of work.
That's cool. I don't think you have the luxury of confidentiality
Oh.
right now.
I mean, here's the thing. Confidentiality is all well and good, but in your situation, it's just better overall if you give us the details, and therefore we can assess and understand further so that we could eventually help you. It's just a matter of, playing what your cards are dealt with,
Make me an intimidation or diplomacy check with advantage, Cypress.
Yeah, are you trying to pick up
Diplomacy?
a new crew member?
Persuasion.
21.
21.
You know what? I will tell you everything I know after this short commercial break.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. In this economy?
Yes.
Yes, roses are in
You
this
can-
economy.
Hi.
You can grow
You know what?
your
It was.
own roses.
I walked
Rose
into that-
bushes are pretty hardy.
Cloning technology has come a long way. You're right, Sarah.
I once planted roses in my mother's front garden, and these were special roses that were supposed to like smell like raspberries or something.
Mm,
After the first year, they never flowered again.
really?
It was I was very disappointed, and this was my tiny, tiny, tiny little footstep into my family's big thing. My family loves gardening. All my family's gardeners except me.
Hmm.
And
Oh.
I tried to plant one plant, and it just kind of,
There's a
See,
whole-
you have to do natural roses.
I guess.
As a fun fact, there is a whole
not
bunch
mad
of
science-y,
plants
but
right
enough.
now in LA, a bunch of aloe plants that are going into death bloom for some reason.
Wow,
I
weird,
see
huh?
that.
But friends. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, I am but a simple, humble, thieving crab.
Got that. We
Yeah.
already knew that.
Yep, just a humble thief who got friends, who got caught up in a bad business decision, got sent to the Chalcidian Order for repurposing of their very essence. What does that mean? Well, it probably means that their souls are being ripped out of their body at some point, and they're going to be used to power whatever arcane ritual those guys are doing over there. So I'm just trying to put a stop to that part. Like, I'm going to get my friends
you are
out.
against the Chalcidian order. Why not just say that from the jump when we asked 6 different times?
I mean, like 3 times, but like I don't know. But for all I know, you're Chalcidians. Now you're going to stab me.
Do we sound like Chalcidians?
No, but that's how
I
they
mean,
get you.
I mean, I do kind of want to stab you, but that has nothing to do with Chalcidians.
See?
That's just spam.
Mm.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
we're
Can
working
someone who's
against.
better at insight maybe do an insight check on him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not bad. Well, I say that. and then we'll
23?
see.
He
I shouldn't have had
seems
advantage. That was
he
terrible.
seems earnest, Luna.
I think he's being honest. And I'm not just saying that.
It's not just your usual optimism and general trust in people.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that I got things that can help out. I got items galore. I got powerful magical tools. I've got my crab legs. I got a lot of things.
But our DM said you're a level 0.
I do. I feel like arguing against this group against taking an Astray when we're cramped as it is such a losing battle.
For once, Evie seems to be a little bit on your side and a little bit apprehensive of this
But
guy.
I must persist. Like, what is it? Like, we caught him fumbling to try to steal our car. Are we going to be spending more time making sure this dude's alive?
Listen, all I'm saying is that like one stolen car between friends isn't really much, huh?
I'm not even saying we kill you. I'm just saying stay here. Like,
What
Hey, that's amicable with me too. I just don't want to die.
magical tools?
Magical tools.
Like what?
I'm assuming they do something other than steal a car.
Yeah,
Not
I don't have.
successfully either.
Well, no, I don't. I lost that one. I tried to steal something a bit bigger. Anyway,
Oh, you're clearly.
well, first of all,
You're a-
magical crystal right there, that water crystal. It's a decanter of endless water. Makes endless fresh water. Real useful.
I've already given it to Vim.
Yeah.
Technically, I think I already have one of those.
Boom. Hey, listen, if you're looking to like borrow everything, like if you want to trade some like credits for some items, I got those too. I got these timepieces. He opens up his like little overcoat. Right here, this one right here. He holds one up. Cast time stop once.
Just once.
Just
Can
once.
I do a check to see if I can tell if that's in any way legitimate?
Yeah, because that's like kind of major.
Arcana?
Arcana or religion?
Evie?
You know
religion.
what?
I'll try
make
religion.
an Arcana check, but
Guidance.
I also can just use an identify for all.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
21.
It does have a singular charge as a stopwatch, is a timekeeper's stopwatch. It has a singular charge left on it permanently, and it will allow it to cast time stop once.
Well, now hold on a goddamn second here. Did I not frisk that crab?
You did, but then it's like just a regular time
This
watch.
was shoved someplace extra special.
Yeah. It was inside of his carapace.
During the space war,
I'm
your
sorry.
grandfather.
I assumed when I frisked, I frisked.
It's
Okay.
like-
How carefully, how thoroughly did you frisk?
Did you go between the plates of the carapace?
How well do you know this frog person or this
Crab
crab
bat.
person now?
Bat crab.
I would
How
like to say
much-
Cypress knows their way around a carapace, but that's just wrong on multiple fronts. Not untrue, but wrong.
How
Fronts and
much
backs.
for the time stop watch?
Oh, and you know what? I'd be happy to part ways with it for. Looks you up and down. 1,000 credits.
You take me for a fool. Try
And Cypress reaches over and grabs one of his crab legs and goes,
Ah,
"I'll
shit,
take
shit,
a
shit, shit,
seafood."
shit.
Don't try.
Don't
It
make me hit the
pissed
watch.
me off.
I'll use it. Do you go for the
What,
watch?
Run 30 feet away.
No, I just hold on to the leg still, just gentle with a little pull, and I go,
Okay, this is
"Look,
this is kind of
don't-
demeaning.
no, no, no,
I feel like
because
we're
you understand the situation you're in right now, yeah? So don't try and bullshit. Try again. This time, give a legitimate offer to the young lady."
Lowest I could go is 750 credits.
I actually just straight up don't have that much, and I couldn't spend it all on this, even if I wanted to.
He has a very powerful level
have
spell.
this.
That's all I'm saying.
Regardless, we are burning daylight, and
Yeah.
we do not have daylight to burn. If you want to come, I guess we can strap you to the roof. But if you block the solar
You
panels,
don't
we're
even need
throwing
to.
you off.
You don't even need to strap me to the roof. He just like crab crawls, so he's upside down, like inside the car, and like
No,
compresses.
no, that's gross.
Okay,
That's
I'm going
that's
back
weird.
inside and getting my nachos because I left them on the counter when I went. to come out to deal with whatever this is.
I think I see them moving.
No, those are mine. Those are nachos.
No, I think the nacho cheese is like moving on its own. I think it might be partially alive or
That's-
mutated.
You say that like you don't eat living creatures too, Darius. Not Matthew,
Not while
but
they're
Darius.
still alive.
I want my maple sugar jerky and my 5 bottles of whiskey. Let's go.
I have some lovely, actually, in real life, I have some lovely maple granola bars. They're really good.
So, you all load back up into the car. Are you taking the crab with you?
Sure.
His name is
Sure.
Cruxley.
Ew.
Cruxley.
Cruxley.
You're just Crux.
Can we load the cassette tape into his back?
What?
You're thinking of Crosley.
No, I'm thinking of Teddy Ruxpin, which just sounded similar to me.
Ruxpin? Ruxley?
Cruxley.
Truxley?
I'm old, leave me
That was a
alone.
lot of things.
This is elder abuse.
Evie's like swimming.
It
at this
is.
Also,
point.
old,
It
it made me
is.
think of TV Teddy. Nobody else had TV Teddy.
Now I'm just imagining Teddy with like a TV on his stomach.
Well, don't.
Hey, Theodore, where are you?
I've seen this. I don't think I ever owned one.
I loved my TV Teddy.
Okay. Evie is like flying down.
Yeah,
the
you're
highway.
gunning it, and yeah, you gun it. Cruxley has a lovely conversation with Millis. Starts following your socials and starts going through like the backlog of things. Gets really into the rash baking series.
As he
Hey.
should.
Praise the sun.
I kind of hate every aspect of this.
It is.
Cruxley's like right above him while he's watching his videos. Like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Every now and then they'll ask Rash for like, oh, can you actually do that? It's like, yeah, just do it like this, yeah. It's like,
I can change my mind about this at any time I want.
One speed bump and it's done.
Wow.
y'all really don't like my crab man.
No.
He's-
I think
You
he's
know-
great, but everybody else is
We're anti
correct.
I like crab when
I'm
it's
surprised,
coated,
Rose.
when it's covered
What?
with rice and seaweed.
I think you all are probably like more right, but Luna is committed.
No, I don't mean like morally I'm surprised. I'm just surprised like of all of the creatures that we've run into that this like crab bat thing has not like icked you in some way.
No,
It's-
Rose is fine with this.
that's
Is
a
not. This is
Christmas
not.
miracle.
This is not
It's not a
avian.
bird. It's not a bird. It's not a snake.
It's just so close to both a bird and a spider that I'm like, how is this?
But it's not.
but it's not. But
It's a
not.
rose safe
No, that
creature.
looks fine.
Yeah. I work very hard to make
SFR.
rose safe creatures
Safe for
sometimes.
Rose.
Yes, SFR.
Rose, quick question. What are your thoughts on griffins?
Oh boy.
Would I like to see one in person? No. Are they fine as like fantasy creatures overall? Sure. Yeah, why not?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But I wouldn't get close to one IRL if they existed.
Unless they were like a San. And only then.
Who?
Dragon Age.
I haven't played it.
Yeah.
He has
There's a
dumped
baby
her
griffin.
nerds clusters into her strawberry Slurpee and is
It was
Slurpee.
nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Right.
Because you
Sorry, I
spent
got
enough-
like third-party sugar high.
Because you spent enough credits there, all of you got frog crowns.
Oh, it's
Like
like
paper
slowly
frog
sinking
crowns?
into the top of her head, but she is
Yeah.
wearing it.
I already have a crown. Like, I got a hat. I don't need that.
You could put it on top of your hat.
No,
could.
because the crown of
We could be the
command's
frog
already
squad.
there.
Not what?
I have a crown of command.
Well, yeah, but you could put it on top of that.
Stacking crowns.
Yeah.
Crown on crown.
No, see, I just added it as a trinket. I don't need an additional crown. I just need to. Hey, Darius, can you reforge this little thingy into like a trinket?
It's
I guess
cardboard.
if you're not proud of being a part of the frog squad, you
The
could do
Caro
that.
I'm not a
Club.
fan of frogs. I won't lie to you.
Do you have beef with frogs?
I'm sorry, Sarah.
They're gross.
Is
Don't
this
like 'em.
Sarah or Cypress?
Yes.
Well,
Arguably, it's the same function as a griffin. I don't want to touch one. I don't want to be close to one, but they're fine as a concept.
I would
Looks
love
at
to give one
Igoro.
a hug. I would probably die.
A griffin or a frog?
Griffin.
Okay.
Claws and a razor sharp
What's
beak.
happening here? I just had half a bottle of whiskey. What's going on here?
Eventually, night falls and you can follow a slightly safer driving schedule now with like people getting a full night's rest while resting. And eventually do come to what basically is a military checkpoint. There are on the road basically a Calistichian order has like a almost like station that's set up that blocks this road. And it's
is there
basically like
any
a
way to
turn
get
off.
around it?
Your crab friend will speak up and say, well, there's like the side passages that we could take. It wouldn't be able to something that we can drive, but we can hoof it, or I guess paw it in your friend's case.
How much time would that add?
I mean, we're basically here. We just gotta like walk down the path to get to the Wicked Grove. It's like maybe if we were driving, it'd be half an hour, so maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay,
hike.
because if they let us in, it's a trap.
What if we just gun it?
That's gonna draw a lot of attention.
That's really loud.
But
Okay, so
maybe convince them to let us pass.
I think that's not. I think if they are convinced to let us pass, it is because they can set up a trap because we are far too recognizable, and there's not enough to realistically disguise me, Evie, and Darius to where they're going to just not know who we are.
Just looking at this checkpoint, Will,
Mhm.
is there any chance we could just ram it?
I mean,
like gun it and just.
it's literally just blocking the road. Like the woods on either side of it, there's no fences or anything. It's literally just like a
Yes,
road
but
checkpoint.
What is the physical items that are blocking the road? Is it
It's-
sandbags? Is it?
It's like
wood?
it's like one of those spike strips that can go up and down.
I mean, this is a Jeep. We could just off-road it.
Hold on. I have a question.
Not sponsored, by the way, but we should be.
Give
Question:
McKenna
Is
a
it?
Jeep.
Is it? This is a spike strip that obviously that once they check people, they need to pass, right?
Yeah.
Is it a spike strip that conceivably, as we were racing up to it, could be animated and then told to fly up into the air and circle us like some sort of horrifying protective rope?
Hula hoop.
Yes,
that?
a deadly hula hoop.
A spiky hula hoop. A spinning top of doom, if you will.
And I guess they can't follow us if we just take out everyone at the military outpost.
I mean, yes, but it might be a protracted battle, and
I mean, there's
We're
like
on a
3 guys.
Time clock here.
There's just 3 guys sitting there. They're like,
hmm.
yeah, they're just sitting there. Like one of them's in the booth, the other 2 are standing outside the booth with like weapons in hand, but they're they're not looking
Alright,
like.
if we
particular-
want, here's the thing. If we just try to drive through, I'm sure they have some way to communicate. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the gate here. So if we're trying to go through this, and we want to take them out, we can do that. But let me get out first to kind of loop around, and we just need to be focused on taking them out and then moving.
Sounds like a plan.
Sorry, what? So what is the plan exactly?
If we're going to just take them out so we can keep moving on the road, then I'm going to like slip out a window kind of behind the vehicle to kind of come around, and the goal needs to be getting up to them and taking them out as quickly as possible so that they don't.
Before you go, the crab guy pulls out from their pants what appears to be a like purple ichor.
Okay, now that I understand why Cypress didn't find that.
What is this?
This is very potent poison.
Okay.
Are you touching it?
No, I'm
Well,
going
it's
to I'm
in a
going to
vial.
give it to you so you can use
Yes.
it on those guys if you want.
I do want.
You told me to be I'm being helpful.
That is
Yeah, no,
Thank you.
I'm good. But now it's just a question of, is everybody else ready to act?
Sure. How do you want us to back you up?
So I'm gonna come around and my goal is to come around and go around kind of to try to get around to like whoever would be the furthest away from the vehicle when you stop.
Mhm.
Y'all are gonna stop, but you're gonna stop with the intent of busting out and just wrecking them.
That'd be the guy inside the actual booth then, Vim.
Yeah, so I'll be heading for the guy at the booth.
Okay, so we will give you perhaps a 7-second head start.
Sure.
That hopefully you won't need more than that to incapacitate him.
Yeah.
Okay. After you.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of slip out as we're approaching, but not super close to kind of get out of the window so I wouldn't be very obvious and kind of loop around.
Make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Guidance?
Good
Beforehand, yeah.
cleric.
I'm gonna get the most out of this cantrip. You
Good cleric.
no idea.
31.
You
It always feels a little like cheating, but like Baldur's Gate 3 really made me be like, no, every check, every single check.
you
Walking into a new room. Guidance ahead of
fully
time.
stealth around like some sort of cryptid, or in
Where
this
did
case,
Vim
a
go?
crypt Vim.
Marty, I'm off. Just saying cryptid was enough.
Mothman. I said Mothman.
Yeah, so I've
And
got
there's
the
moths
bolts,
to
couple bolts
be
with this poison,
delivered.
and I'm getting up to the guy in the booth.
Yeah, you can get like right up behind him, like sort of like on the roof, I would imagine, just ready to
Now,
go.
is it like open? Okay.
Yeah, it's like one of those like military base checkpoints.
Okay,
Basically.
yeah. So it's got a roof for rain and everything, but it's not actually enclosed.
No.
Okay. So basically, once they pull to stop,
Mhm.
I'm firing at
Yeah.
this guy.
Evie, you pull up.
I'll
to
also
s-
say I'm going to try the EVB gambit again, just in case that news hasn't made it here. Just in case.
Yeah, Evie, as you roll down the window, the guard kind of in the area in the counter kind of looks over towards you, and they just say, "Hello, how can I?" And as like they're like mid thought, they see Luna, and Luna, you also see this guard. And as you sort of like make eye contact, he said, "Luna, is that you?"
No, no.
I'm Woona.
I'm not even going to let you roll a deception check for that, Rose.
Ow.
And they stop. It's like, hey, you lot, you two. And the two other guards kind of look at him. They then like notice the Vim looming behind him.
Okay, so
And I
as
would
soon
like.
as soon as they stopped, I was firing.
Oh,
That was the
And-
Wait,
plan.
Okay.
I'm so curious how this is gonna play
fire!
out. But
Make an
okay.
attack roll.
Okay, but now this is all specifically on the guy that was in the booth.
Yes, I think
I
this
was
is all
leaving-
happening at this
Yeah,
moment.
I guess the only question is like if he goes, wait, Luna, is that you? If that has any impact on Vim's decision to shoot him.
Vim might not be able to hear that.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I can hear that, but
Oh.
also the plan was when when y'all stop, y'all are to bust out and with the intent, and everybody was like, okay, and then I left, and I'm going with the plan.
Sure.
So since he
Okay.
wouldn't have seen me when I did it, the I think the first
Yeah,
one.
the
was
other
the
two are
advantage.
starting to notice it, and they're like, what?
That
That hits.
What
It-
does the poison do?
Let's ride.
Oh no.
So, the poison. The poison for
Yeah.
the Cal-Stygian guard.
The
Yeah, that
Cal-Stygian
poison.
guard's poison.
The Cal-Stygian guard's
That
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
That poison.
What have I done to this man?
A llama.
He's
You,
supposed to
That's
be
as the bolt
dead.
goes into him,
Oh.
you see it stab in, the purple grows, and it makes like a cone of shame around him, making him like really top heavy, and he topples over.
Oh no! And Luna like hops out of the car and is like, "Then wait, stop,
And
hold on."
we need to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
What?
We are going to
what?
theater of the mind this.
Oh gosh.
You know what I should have done?
Why did we stop? Why did we slam
You're
through?
fine.
Because they would have contacted everybody and would have drawn a bunch of people. This is only 3 people.
Well, it's 2 now. You've fully taken out this one.
Oh, okay.
Sure, I guess.
The goal was quick, silent, and then continue.
I should have said I was holding a spell. I should have held like an upcasted hold person and try and just freeze all of them.
All right, so Vim, you still get to act first, even with that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you're on it. You're ready to go. As like the other two now are drawing like weapons out to like come at you. They're like, "What's that?"
So a 17 on the second one.
17 on the second one. It bounces off their armor.
Okay, and then I guess this would be my last attack with 3 a 30.
Yeah, 30 will get him.
20 damage.
Oof. Just one of the other ones.
Oh wait, there technically should have been 1 minute. Oh, maybe 18 damage. It shouldn't have had favored foe on it. Yeah,
Alright.
so just one of the other guys.
Okay, they will take it all. And as we come to Luna's turn, we will be right back.
And we take it all.
All right, so Luna, Vim has just shot 2 of them. One of them has fully turned into a wibble wobble. It is your turn.
Oh, wait, Vim, stop, please. Hold on. And she will cast lesser restoration on the poisoned one.
Okay, so he is no longer a wibble wobble. He is just on the ground.
Wait, please.
The other two guards yell for the Calistigian order, and they now begin to make attacks on you all.
Oh, well, maybe not.
And the other one on the ground, as a free action, will say, "I was trying to get them away before we talked." So they are going to use their heavy crossbows to fire at you, Vim.
Okay.
A 4 will miss you.
Yeah.
You guys aren't great. A 5 will miss you.
True.
These are essentially, the best way to put it, these are basically like the lowest tier of soldier that exists.
God, if I just turned on Spirit Guardians for like a
13.
second, it would probably.
That's still not close.
9.
I'm pretty sure these guys have to roll an 18 on the die to hit me.
Cypress, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things I can think of that I can do right now off the
Mhm.
top of my head, aside from poke my head out of the vehicle and just cast Sasha's hideous laughter on one of them.
A classic.
A classic.
Okay.
Say level 2.
What's the so
Spell
you can get both of them then,
saving.
because using a higher level spell slot, you can target one additional creature. So both of them, you
Hmm.
can target both of them with a level 2 version of it.
Yes, correct.
Wisdom
So they need to
save.
save.
Okay, I'm
And
just going to
my
make
What is my spell
a
save? I think
20
it's
for the first one,
wisdom. Yeah.
and then for the second one, a 16.
Fails.
Fail. All right, so one of
Yeah.
them succeeds. The other one just starts laughing and like falls prone. Anything else on your turn?
If I
Cypress?
were feeling exceptionally clever, I would have said a very funny joke to implement that. But I can't
Well,
think of
we
anything
will all
clever.
pretend that you did.
You did.
Thank you.
Darius.
It's me. So there's only 2 of them still upright, yeah?
Only one of them is still upright. The other one that is upright
Oh.
doesn't appear to be fighting.
He's laughing uncontrollably.
Alright,
in
so
a
I will just use...
weirdly robotic way.
Freeze!
Waha,
Reach for the
waha.
sky.
What's this one? Wisdom save. Okay, on the one that's still movable.
I gotta beat an 18.
Can I have a +2 to this?
Nope.
No.
Frozen. Okay, so they're
Have
both
you-
frozen. Evie.
Enjoy free crits if you want.
Yeah, they said for the Calistigian order. I don't need to feel bad about this.
No.
Evie as EVB pops out of the driver's side window and sort of like leans over the top of the car and says, "Do you fools have any idea who you're firing on?" And she's going to lob alchemical fire at the both of them. Assuming that they are both within like a 5-foot radius of one another.
Yes, they are. I'm going to give them disadvantage.
Give them disadvantage.
Yes, I'm going to give them disadvantage.
Okay.
Fail.
Yeah. Yeah. Critical fail.
Both of them will go down at that point as they burn up in alchemical fire while laughing and being held person.
Well,
Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Burn.
I guess I probably didn't need to do the disguise.
The other one that immediately put their hands up upon recognizing that it has the crossbow on their back says, "Ow."
This one is okay, I think.
Yes, it is very okay. And they will remove their hat. And their form will begin to shift and change. And standing there with a crossbow bolt in her back is Nito.
It was me all along, Darius. It was me all along.
What the fuck?
Darius, heal your wife.
I'm the ultimate wingman. I created this opportunity for you. And I have wings.
Yeah, I'm the ultimate wingman. I flayed your wife up the back.
For you. You're welcome.
I flayed your
Vam,
wife. You're welcome.
I just learned a wonderful level 7 spell called Firestorm. You want to see how it works?
Yes, actually, that sounds like. Wait, maybe not right now.
It's
Not
actually
channeling
very
their inner
powerful.
crystal cap and hitting all their allies with spell effects.
I'm right next.
Say that like Matthew's unfamiliar with.
One time, and you never let me forget it.
What would be the fun in
And
that?
actually, I'm gonna let my pedantic flag fly here for a second. My fire attack isn't the thing that hit my allies. It was a unexpected side effect.
Yes, he was
So,
throwing a fireball in the
very
barrel of black
expected side
powder.
effect. That was actually, in fact, the intended side effect.
I didn't expect it to blow up that much.
Yes, I know.
There were like 8
So.
barrels of black powder. Anyway,
I don't think there were 8.
There were enough.
there were 8 barrels of
Yes,
black powder.
yes, evidently.
Anyway, Darius, as you like rush to like heal Nito, she just looks at you.
How was, like, did we not see like a centaur-esque body when the guards?
She had
It was a
magical
disguise. It was a magical
disguise.
I'm sorry, I was taken entirely aback by Will saying Nito, and my mind went blank in like a couple seconds before he said it and after.
Wifey.
I just want
I
to remind
love
everybody.
that, like, Nito was like, Luna? I was like, no.
Well, because she
I'm
didn't
not
recognize
Luna."
EVB. It's just like,
No.
I'm
and then
not
she saw Luna. It's
Luna.
like,
She actually should have recognized EVB.
Well, Nito's been through a lot recently.
They were from the
Oh,
same
that is true. They are
universe.
They
from the same
were.
universe.
but she didn't clock
no,
EVB. She clocked
I don't know if
Nito.
they
She clocked
actually don't
Luna
know.
because
I don't
like
know how
Luna's more
much
obvious.
FaceTime they had.
Yeah.
But I just want to throw it out here real quick that we had a plan and I was executing the plan as agreed upon.
Vim,
Yeah,
I will
how
not.
dare you?
Vim, I will not be the one to hold the fact you shot me with a crossbow and poison against you.
Your husband will do that for you. I think.
Yes.
If he thought that was a possibility, he could have brought up a rejection to the plan when the plan was being pitched.
I mean, so Donna let me out, so I sort of
she
grabbed what I could
did.
and got out of here.
So then,
Why?
if she let you out, then why did you disguise yourself as a guard? And
Well, I needed to get out. She didn't say, hey, go, you're free to go. She just broke the restraints, and I kind of had to find my own way out.
oh,
She say anything to you when she released you?
Mercy will be my folly.
That's interesting. But also
Yeah,
a good
that's-
sign. We're getting through to her, maybe?
Things
I need to
certainly
talk
have
to
gotten
her.
less clear.
It's really urgent. I need to talk with her before it's too late.
But first, huge hug.
Ow, ow, ow.
Healing spell, Darius. Heal your wife.
Yes.
Yeah,
I will
because
use.
she is at 15 hit points.
I
No.
will use.
Vim almost killed Nito.
that would have been funny. And
I
also-
mean,
Dar-
it would have
Darius-
been.
That lovely 24 HP back to my wife.
That will put it
I
back to
went-
full.
I went back and reduced the damage that shouldn't have been there
That's what it would have been.
because I didn't mean to use favored foe.
This would have become a soap opera-esque thing. I didn't mean to kill your wife. I don't
My
care.
name is Inigo Montoya. You kill my wife, prepare to die.
My name is Darius Khalil. You killed my wife.
Prepare to die.
After the healing, there is a hug. And yeah, Darius and
And
Nito.
probably some, I don't know, you might
Light
view it as
petting.
inappropriate cheek rubbing.
Aw,
Scandalous. I'm
Some nuzzling.
scandalized.
I'm trying to think what cats would do.
maybe
Sarah would know.
maybe a joint prayer?
Lick ears.
Really, look ears. I wouldn't have expected that.
Lick.
Yeah.
I've learned another thing today.
Some light ear licking in front of the party.
Somehow you saying it makes it worse.
Evie looks to the customs of this married couple
Or
and
neck.
looks at Luna, who also has ears, and sort of looks back to Darius and is like, "Is this?"
Do I need to lick her ears?
Only after you're married.
And then Evie looks to wait. Luna looks to Evie and is like, "She doesn't have ears." Wait.
Cypress just puts her hand on Luna's shoulder very gently and just says very, very casually, "The neck also works well." Pat, pat, pat.
On this, the
Oh.
eve of June.
Cypress is for everybody.
The eve of pride.
Cypress channeling her inner Mau Mau. But
A reunion has
Oh.
occurred, and much
Yes.
rejoicing was had.
This is great. We are so grateful to have you back. We do still need to go in and stop Saldana from doing whatever she's going to do.
yes, she said something
You
about
are-
a ritual that she was going to be sacrificing a number of people for.
Gotcha. Yeah, we need to get in there and stop that. You can
Right
come with
now.
us, but we don't have room for you in the truck.
I
glance at the crab person
Oh yeah,
and the
that's-
seat they're taking up.
they're totally a 1-to-1 trade, size wise.
I mean, technically, I'm a medium-sized creature. Weirdly.
It's at that moment, Evie, that you all feel a rumble,
Cats are liquid.
and above you the sky changes
Uh-oh.
from the bright blue into a bright blighted green as a mesh of energy begins to coalesce around the planet
No, 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 no.
and is originating from a space to the north.
Don't like that.
And as the ritual has begun, that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
On south. Never mind.
So, thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling. Join us next time. Will our party be able to stop Saldana in her machinations? Will Luna be able to save her friend? Will Darius and Nito lick each other's ears more? Join us next time and
Make it
find
weird,
out.
man. It's a beautiful thing. Don't make it weird.
Have a good night, everyone.